Hi everyone, it's Christine here for Sweet Stamp Shop, and I'm super excited to be showcasing for you today a brand new stamp set that is being released from Sweet Stamp Shop this month. And it is called, let me put some white paper behind it so you can really see it here. It is called Mary Cactua, or Mary Cactus, I guess, the singular of cactus, I guess. But anyway, it is so super cute. You get 3 adorable cactus images with these two have strings of light bulbs on them, and then this one with the banner in the middle, and then you get some really pretty sentiments as well. I made a few 3-bar cards for today's project. 3-bar cards are slightly smaller. They are 3.5 by 5, and they just make really cute little note cards for gift boxes or just to send out in the mail. Here's one that I did that says Christmas Blessings, and it has the adorable cactus all watercolored up. For all of them, I also did distress watercoloring on the background, which is a technique we're going to go over today. This one says a sticky celebration. You could use this not just for Christmas, but for birthdays or any other celebrations. And then there's this one that says Merry Cactus, a sticky celebration. And it's got hearts with bulbs on them. And of course, again, the distress painting with the distress ink. So these are the 3 samples that I have, and I wanted to show you quickly how I did the painting and then a little bit of the painting of the actual image itself. So I've already gone ahead and stamped my sentiment and my little cactus here with some waterproof friendly ink. I'm going to bring over some scratch paper. And with this scratch paper, I'm just going to set it underneath my panel here of watercolor paper, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the distress ink that I'm going to be using, which is right here. It's called Mowed Lawn, and I'm going to take a cellophane package. You could use Ziploc sandwich baggies. This just happens to be a packaging from a stamp set, and I saved these. I rub my ink onto them, and then I have a paintbrush here with a cup of water off camera, and I simply wet to activate the ink that I've laid down, and now I'm ready to watercolor. So it's super, super easy. Let me bring this so you can see here how I've kind of created this palette, and just by wetting it, it's ready to go. It's ready for my painting. So I'm going to kind of set that a little bit off camera here so the focus can be on the little image. And I'm just kind of putting the ink wherever I want, and I'm just kind of dabbing it on. And I'm going to dab it here right up to the image. Now, of course, you could use masking, and so that way you didn't have to be careful around the image if you wanted to. But I'm doing such minimal watercoloring that I really didn't think that that was necessary. I'm just kind of globbing this on. And if I do get a little tiny bit on the image, it's no big deal because I'm going to be watercoloring with zig markers the actual cactus image itself. So I'm going to be able to cover up anything that if I were to get some distress ink on there, it's no big deal. All right, so that's good. I don't save these. Because I have so many, I just throw these away. But you could certainly save these if you wanted to and just kind of rinse them off or use a baby wipe to get the ink off. I'm going to hit this with my heat tool very quickly so I can go ahead and show you how I watercolor the pretty little cactus here. But that's it, guys. That's all there is to watercoloring with distress inks. You could do multiple colors. You could have the ink everywhere. I just kind of wanted it in a little swooshing motion here. Just something really abstract and fun. And of course, green to go with the cactus theme. But you could absolutely do anything that you wanted. Now let me remove the scratch paper here, and now we're going to do some coloring of the image. And I used zig markers and a water brush, so I did some watercoloring of the actual cactus image. So I wanted to kind of show you how I did that. This is the water brush that I'm going to be using, and I'm going to be using 2 markers to color the actual greenery of the cactus, and that's green and light green. So I'm going to bring those over here, and the light source I have coming down from the upper left-hand corner. So that means if the light is hitting the cactus here on the left side, that the right side is going to be in the shadows. It's going to be shaded, and that's where your darkest color is going to be. So when you're working with zig markers, put your dark marker down first. In my case here, that's regular green. It's just called green. That's all there is to it. So I'm just kind of putting a little highlight, just scribbling on a line of marker here on the right side of each of the little hearts. I'm now coming in with my lightest color, which is light green. And I'm just simply in a circular motion mixing it with the green And I'm not going all the way. I'm not completely covering the image because we're going to come in here with water in a minute. But I'm just sort of mixing it out, trying to steer clear of the bulbs as best that I can. And now I'm taking my water brush and filling the open space with this mix of these two colors. And as you can see there, you're getting some really pretty shading, and it's lovely. It's very, very nice. So we're just going to finish shading this quickly, and that quickly we've colored these little cactus plants here. I'm going to now color the base quickly, and I'm going to turn it. It's a little easier, and that way my head won't be in the frame of the camera. And I'm just using dark brown, just one color for the pot. Again, focusing the marker color on the right side, which is the furthest away from my light source, and therefore is going to be the darkest part of the image. As you can see, there's no magic to how I am putting this ink down from the markers. I am just literally scribbling some on, and then it's going to get nice and blended out. The lines from the marker are going to be virtually erased by this water as we blend this together and into the white space. There you can see some beautiful shading on the pot. Now I'm just going to be very simple for the Christmas bulbs. I'm just going to be using red. I'm not going to use water because the bulbs are so tiny, and I am just going to color them all in very quickly, super fast here, just coloring them in. And as you can see, a couple of the bulbs did get some green on them. You could take the clean end of your water brush and clean that color out, but I find that the red is so dark that it just colored right over that green and was no big deal. So I didn't worry too much about it, but again, you could take your water brush and just clean that color out. And then finally, the very last step is I'm going to create a little bit of a shadow underneath the pot, because we certainly don't want it just kind of floating in midair, if you will. So I'm going to take some gray marker here, and I'm just going to put a little line of it underneath it. This just kind of grounds the image a little bit. Just a line there, and then I'm just going to blend that out with the water brush just to soften that and to kind of get that line of color to not be so kind of dramatic and just look very subtle there. And there you go. The last step is I took my Wink of Stella clear glitter brush, and I just glittered all of these cactus images here with my Wink of Stella glitter brush to get some nice glitter onto the image. Finally, I would have placed this on a white 3-bar note card, and then it would be ready to go. And that's it, guys. That is how easy it is to create a fun little watercolored image and then to watercolor paint these cute little cactus images. These are the 3 cards that I created to share with you today. And then here's the front panel of the card, the final card that I would put together off camera here. So I hope that you enjoyed this and that you'll give some of these techniques a try. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and thank you for crafting with me today. Bye-bye.